Hello, my name is Catherine Komisar, and for my lesson, I am going to teach a class of second graders how to tell time in 5-minute intervals. Hello, boys and girls. So today we are going to work on telling time in 5-minute intervals. So I wanted to start off by reading this little nursery rhyme called Hickory Dickory Dock. It's very short. Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down, Hickory Dickory Dock. So, to tell time, we have learned that the clock has these two hands, and that the longer hand is the minute hand. That's the blue one here. And we learned that the shorter hand is the hour hand. So the minute hand moves with each minute, and the hour hand moves from one number to the next with each hour. So right now, this time says 1 o'clock. And we learned that whenever the minute hand is pointing straight up at the 12, it is o'clock. So show me with your hands 1 o'clock. Let's take both hands and put them up in the air, straight up to the 12, and that is where the minute hand will be pointing when it is o'clock. So right now this clock says 1 o'clock. And we learned that when the minute hand moves from one number to the next, it is at 5-minute intervals. So if we go from 1 o'clock to putting the minute hand on the 1, it is 1:05. And remember counting by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So now it is 1:30. 1:30. And we can continue all the way around. 35, 40, 45, 50. So here it is 1:50. 55, 60. Now, let's go back to 1:50. And you will note that the hour hand is closer to the 2 than it is to the 1. That is because it is moving from the 1 to the 2 within that hour. So it is not 2 o'clock. Even though it's closer to the 2, it cannot be 2 o'clock until this minute hand gets all the way up to the 12. So even if you get all the way over here and it's 1:59, it's still within the 1 o'clock hour. So if I have the hand all the way up at the 1, it is 1 o'clock. If I have the minute hand over here, pointing at the 3, what time do we have? Yes, it's 1:15. And if I have it pointing down here at the 5, it is, what time? It is 1. And then let's count by 5s as we go around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it is 1:25. And if we have it pointing over here at the 8, it would be 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay? So, once the hand gets up here, it's now in the 2 o'clock hour. So now it would be, what time, boys and girls, would this be if it's pointing at the 4? Yes, it would be 2:20 because we go 5, 10, 15, 20. And that is how you tell time in 5-minute intervals. So I am going to pass out the smaller Judy clocks, and I'm going to ask you guys to work in pairs to show me some times. So what I would like you to show me is 1:30. Make your clock say 1:30. Very nice. So So now what I want you to do is work in pairs to make, one of you will hold up your little Judy clock and you will show it to your partner and you will make a time at a 5-minute interval. You get to choose your times and your partner will tell you what time the clock says. And then you will pass your clock to your partner and they will tell you, and you'll get the turn. The other partner will get the turn. So go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to work on that. All right, kids, now that you are opened up to page 619 in your book, you are going to take a look at this clock here on the page, and you are going to count by fives as you trace the dotted line and label each jump 5, 10, 15, and so on. You're going to draw the minute hand and write what time that says on the digital clock. So we have the analog clock here and the digital clock here. So you're going to write 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then you're going to write the hand pointing to the number 8. And you're going to write the time that it says here. So what time would that say, boys and girls? Well, if the minute hand is pointing to the number 8, it would be 5:40. So you're going to write 5 here to the left, and then 40 over here. On the next page, page 620, we have your guided practice. So let's take a look at this page. It takes 5 minutes for the minute hand to move to the next number. You can skip count by fives to tell the time. So you see here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. This clock shows 40 minutes after 9 o'clock. Write the time another way. So here you have a digital clock and it says 9:40. So you're going to trace those numbers. And here's your helpful hint. Each mark on the clock face is 1 minute. So each of these little bitty marks on the clock face stands for 1 minute. Now you're going to tell the time, tell what time is shown, and use your little manipulative clocks to help and write the time. So, as I said, we start with the 12 and we count by fives as we go to each number. So this would be 12. So we write the 12 here to the left and then we count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20. So this would be 12, 20. Write it in. Now we'll go on to number 2. And here you see by the yellow shaded part that it's gone nearly all the way around the clock. So it started with 3 because it was in the 3 o'clock hour. It's not yet to the 4 o'clock hour. So the number that goes here is a 3. And we count by fives as we go almost all the way around. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So this time is 3:55. Now we're moving on to number 3. And it was 4 o'clock when this blue hand was all the way up here. And it's moving more towards 5 o'clock, but it's still in the 4 o'clock hour. So the 4 goes here. And then let's count by fives to figure out how far it is past 4 o'clock. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it is 4:25. Now you're going to tell what time is shown. Draw the minute hand to show the time. So 10:35. So we have the hour hand pointing beyond the 10. It's moving from the 10 o'clock hour towards the 11 o'clock hour. So 10:35. So let's figure out where the minute hand needs to go. Let's count by 5 till we get to 35, and we'll stop there, and that will be where we point our minute hand. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So we landed on the 7 with 35, so your blue minute hand will be pointing right here at the 7. Now talk math. Explain how you skip count by 5s to tell time. So I want you to turn to your partner and tell them how you skip count by 5s to tell time. I'll give you just a moment to talk. And now you are ready for your independent practice. So you are going to work through problems 5 through 13 independently. You are going to begin at the top, tell what time is shown, use your manipulative clocks to help, and write the time. So you're going to look at the analog clock and write in the time that it shows on the digital clock. So again, I would like you to make sure you're using your manipulative clocks to help you. And then down below here, you're going to tell what time is shown and draw the hands to show the time. So, where would the hands be pointing if it is 5:45? Remember, the hour hand is the shorter one, and the minute hand is the longer one. You're going to work through this page on your own. Now that you've completed your independent practice, I want you to group back up with your partner, and I want you to trade papers and check each other's work. And if you see any errors, I want you to get together and discuss. Okay? That's it.